What's up, YouTube? Long time no see. NBA Jerry here. A lot of things going on in the NBA right now, but obviously the big story is the LA Lakers losing. They're 0-5. I'm recording this November 6th at about 6 p.m. And also, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. I'll make a video about other NBA topics and stuff like that, but I got to get some things off my chest about this situation. As you guys know, LeBron's my favorite player. You guys know that. And I want to talk about this divide, I guess, between LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. And I say divide with quotation marks up. All right, I've watched every single minute of all four of the games. Cleveland's obviously 1-3. And I want to give you my breakdown of the whole situation from an outsider looking in. And, with a little bit of basketball knowledge myself. All right, first of all, let's talk about Game 1. Game 1 against the Knicks. Obviously, Cleveland should have won that game, but they didn't. And the reason why is because LeBron James failed. He had one of his worst games ever. The other teammates lost, did some bad things too and stuff like that. But even LeBron with his failed pregame speech, and that was a fail, by the way, that guy kills me, man. LeBron, he's my boy, but he just kills me. LeBron laid an egg and had a terrible game, and they lost. It's so funny. His last two games as a Cleveland Cavalier in Cleveland, the one where he quit in 2010, Game 5 against Boston, he laid an egg, and then he lays another egg, his first game back. All the festivities, and they lose to a not a good Knicks team. All right, then Game 2, they win in Chicago. Now, you could look at this one or two ways. You can say, Derrick Rose was hurt. That's the only way they won. Or you can say, you know what, they band together, came back. And even though, because remember, Kirk Heinrich and Aaron Brooks was playing good that game. But, they won it. So Game 1, LeBron played terrible, shot bad, a bunch of turnovers. He says turnovers are his pet peeves, but he leads the team in turnovers by far. And, that's another thing. I'll get into that in a second. So they split the first two games on a back-to-back, big win. Then they come out and they got 4 or 5 days off, and then they play Portland. Now, this game really irked me from a LeBron James standpoint. LeBron, how can I put this? He's too good for his own good sometime. And what I mean by that is, imagine a guy who's, 21 years old, a real good basketball player, and he's playing with a bunch of, 13, 14-year-olds. He's just bigger, stronger, more mature, and better than them. And he knows he can turn it on anytime he wants and, take over the game. That's LeBron. And to me, it was crazy. Everybody knows what he did. First half, he had 11 points, quick, easy points. And then in the second half, he missed 3 or 4 shots. And then, he basically just stood there and did nothing. Now, the reason, it's well documented, you know what he says. The reason he did it is because he's trying to prove a point. And he's basically talking about Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters as a side note. But he's basically talking about Kyrie Irving. That you can't win basketball playing one-on-one and, not playing defense. Well, that's exactly what LeBron was doing. Maybe not in the Portland game, but he definitely wasn't playing defense in the Portland game. It's one thing to sit there and criticize people, especially on national TV. And you know how LeBron is. LeBron is, everything he said is scrutinized and under the microscope. I do not like how he's handling this. I don't like how he's talking to the media about his teammates. And also, I just don't like his body language. I mean, he's pouting. He's getting angry. I remember one time Kyrie Irving got beat by Damian Lillard. And then, LeBron's trying to get the ball from the inbounds, and he's up there looking at the sideline in disgust, like, oh, you see him not playing D? I mean, LeBron, you don't play a lot of defense sometimes. Especially these first 4 games, he's picking his spots. And everybody's saying, LeBron lost all this weight. He looks, he's quicker. He doesn't look quicker to me. And he doesn't look like he lost any weight, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm an older guy. I'm 39, and I'm about to be 40. And I play ball, and I can't score and stuff like I used to, but I can do other things. Meaning I can play defense, I can hustle, I can rebound, I can have high intensity, and that's what LeBron does. He can say, hey, you know what, defense wins championships, and let me show you guys how to play defense. He didn't do that against Portland. And the reason they lost the Portland Trailblazers was because of LeBron James. I don't care, because if they win the game, they're going to give LeBron the credit. When they lose, I'm not going to give him a pass and say, oh, it's because of Kyrie Irving and he's, losing on purpose, not losing on purpose, but he doesn't mind losing, especially when Kyrie Irving has no assists and Deion Waiters. Listen, LeBron James, I hold him 100% responsible for his actions. I can't tell him, hold him responsible for what Kyrie Irving does or doesn't do. Now, in the Utah game, LeBron got outplayed in the first half by Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward, he outplayed him. He was hustling him. And like I said before, out hustling him and going back to what I was saying before, LeBron is too good for his own good. It's almost like he doesn't hustle because he knows he's LeBron James. Oh, like one time, I'll give you an example. It was against the Chicago Bulls, game 2. The ball, it was a defensive rebound LeBron was about to get. And he played it cool. So when the ball bounced off the rim, it was hit the ground. LeBron, instead of hustling to get the ball, he's like, oh, I'm LeBron James. I'm cool. So instead of trying to hustle for the ball, he just coolly or tries to casually gets the ball. Man, Derrick Rose ran up under him, snatched the ball, dished it to Joakim Noah, and he dunked it. Because he didn't hustle. And LeBron does that all the time. But LeBron knows he can do that because he can get away with it because he's LeBron James. He's the face of the NBA. He's the face of Cleveland Cavaliers. And he knows that he basically has Cleveland by the balls because the owner's not going to say anything bad about LeBron because he's making too much money off him. The coach can't say anything about him because he'll get fired. If LeBron wants him gone, he'll be gone. And LeBron's got that 2-year deal that if he doesn't like what he's seeing, he can leave. As great as Kyrie Irving is and Kevin Love's a great player. If LeBron James doesn't want Kyrie Irving there, he won't be there. And LeBron knows this. And this is what I don't like about LeBron and his situation. I don't like the way he's talking in the media. I don't like his body language. So let's talk about the Utah game real quick. Like I said, Gordon Hayward outplayed him in the first half. Second half, LeBron picked the spots. But basically him and Kyrie Irving were going one-on-one. No continuity whatsoever in the offense. And they'll get that. That'll come around and everybody will pick their spots. But who I feel bad for, honestly, is Kevin Love. I mean, Kevin Love's game is going to be suffering the most because when you don't get the ball and you're basically a spot-up shooter now, and you've been averaging, between 20 and 25 points your whole career, because he was top 5 scorer last year. And now he's basically just a spot-up shooter. I think he took 10 shots last night and 5 of them were threes. They'll let him go one-on-one down low sometimes, but he definitely needs to get more touches in the flow of the offense. The coach, David Platt, or whatever his name is, David Pratt, he's supposed to be an offensive genius, so he needs to be, getting some good sets for Kevin Love, and I think that'll all come together. But Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, they're both, strong-willed people. Kyrie Irving is the same guy that challenged Kobe Bryant to a game of one-on-one. So if he thinks he can beat Kobe Bryant one-on-one, he thinks he's better than LeBron James offensively. I don't think he thinks he's a better overall player, but I think offensively he thinks he can do more than LeBron James can because he goes one-on-one a lot, and Kyrie Irving is definitely playing selfish ball, and he definitely showed that against Utah. I mean, he was basically the black hole. When he got the ball, nobody else seen it. Going one-on-one, Mike Miller and Sean Marion, guys like that were open. He wasn't passing to them. And then LeBron, his body language, he was getting all mad and stuff. But then when they came back, then LeBron started getting more engaged into the game. But at the end of the day, they weren't playing defense 48 minutes, and that cost them. And they had a big lead, and then Utah had a big lead. They came back. LeBron came back, and then, of course, you know what happened at the end. LeBron's such a great player. He hit the 3 in the corner. Then he pump faked and got the 3 shots. And then, Gordon Hayward shook away from LeBron and then did the step back on Tristan Thompson. But I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I know it's only 4 games, a lot of time left. There's no reason to panic because at the end of the day, Cleveland's going to go to the playoffs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what seed they get. The only team that probably can beat Cleveland at that point of the year in the playoffs, if everybody's not injured, is Chicago. Nobody, maybe Miami can give them a run, and Wizards and Toronto and stuff like that will give them a little bit of run. But honestly, the only team at that point in the playoffs, at that point in the year in April, will probably be Chicago. But right now, like I said, I do not like what LeBron James is doing. How he's trying to show his teammates how to win by pouting and talking about them in the media. That's not, to me, that's not showing them how to win. Your body language, acting like you're angry and stuff like that. Look, man, if you're angry, LeBron, and you want to show them how to win, get some block shots, get some steals, play some good defense, play intensity. Yell at your teammates. I mean, that's LeBron's team. He's the man. I said this before and I'll say it again. When LeBron went to Miami, even though he was the best player, that was Dwayne Wade's team. But now that he's back in Cleveland, I know Kyrie Irving was the man the last 3 years, and he signed the big extension thinking he was the man. At the end of the day, LeBron James is the man on that team. Kyrie Irving hasn't even played in the playoff game, so I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation with LeBron and Kyrie and things like that. They better shape up, man. They got to play some defense, and they should not be getting out rebounded. I mean, Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, Verjao, LeBron's a good rebounder. I mean, they got to get more rebounds, and they should not ever be out rebounded. And if they are, it shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 rebounds. So Kevin Love needs to get the ball down low more, and they just need to play on a string on defense. It's one thing to not be offensively have continuity on the offense, but on defense, you definitely should not be letting your man blow by you and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think. I'll be making some more videos here about the rest of the NBA and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Cleveland, or anything else in the NBA, okay? Thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget, if you can believe it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. You guys know I appreciate it. And remember, folks, always, always treat people how you want to be treated, and everything will be okay. This is NBA Jerry, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.